Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now before we get into today's video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours, and that you're following us on Twitter and on Instagram for the latest news and stories as and when it happens. So the January transfer window has closed here in England, and we are going to look back at my 5 signings of this transfer window in no particular order, but these are the deals that I think suited each team and makes them more better in the long term for the rest of the season and in the future. So starting off for me, it is Jayde Nobbs joining Aston Villa from Arsenal. Obviously it was sad to see Jordan leave Arsenal for many Arsenal fans, considering she'd been there for 12 years, an absolute legend of the club, but over recent times game time had definitely slimmed down and a move to Aston Villa happened. In the sense for Carla Ward, you can already see in the couple of games she's played, she looks really key to that role and she's transforming the way Villa have played, and I think definitely helps them in looking to become a top half side rather than a team that's having to look over their shoulders and potentially be fearing relegation. Obviously they've got a good other midfielders. Bringing in Lucy Staniforth from Manchester United is another key deal, but when you've got youngsters on the books like Olivia McLaughlin, obviously, who's gone out on loan, but then you've got Freya Gregory, Laura Blinkilda Brown, so I think having that addition of Jayde Nobbs can help bring that elite mentality to the players that may have had it, but it increases its twofold to another level and definitely helps them look more compact and better. And obviously with Villa in 6th in the minute, things are going right for Carla Ward's side. Yes, they're bringing on players in the later on in their career compared to some of the other players that they've got, so obviously Rachel Daly also being that one, and obviously like I said Lucy Staniforth, but you can see they're just bringing that more elite and winners mentality, not wanting to be the team that are potentially looking down behind them, and I think that's why they're doing so well this season. So yeah, Jayde Nobbs joining Aston Villa is one of the signings that I'm really excited to see how she plans out for the rest of the season, and I think it was an absolute fantastic winter deal. Next up is Jayde Riviere joining Manchester United. Now the young Canadian international obviously won't be in action for a while as she's recovering from injury, but it's one that's definitely not just for the short term, but it's a long term deal for United. Obviously keeping her here until 2025 is absolutely key for Mark Skinner's side, and Riviere obviously an Olympic champion with the Canadian side in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, and for me it's a really good deal. Obviously she can play fullback, and with the uncertainty of Onabajie's future, because as of time of recording she hasn't signed a new contract with Manchester United, I think having that backup is going to be really key. And even if Onabajie stays at Manchester United beyond this season, having someone of Riviere's calibre coming from the States side at college level, everyone knows that she's going to be a hot prospect, and I think it's really good to see the business that Manchester United are doing to shore up that back line, and for me bringing in Riviere is an absolute steal of a deal. Next up we have is Victoria Pelova joining Arsenal from Ajax. She can obviously play in the number 6 or the number 8 role, and I think she adds a bit of that flair and ability to produce something that Arsenal needed at times during the season. Obviously we know how well Frida Leonardson-Marnham has been playing, and obviously you're getting regular strong performances from Leah Volti and Kim Little on a regular basis, but I feel like Pelova adds that something a little bit different, so I think she's going to do really well in this Arsenal team. And from what I've seen of her times at Ajax and on the international stage with the Netherlands, she's definitely one for the future, and really good player, only young, 23 going on 24. Really excited to see what Pelova can do at this Arsenal team. Next up it's Gemma Bonner joining Liverpool. Obviously coming back from the NWSL and spending a few years out in America, Gemma Bonner, everyone knows what she's capable of, but obviously with the retirement of Julie Flaherty due to family reasons, bringing Bonner back now is really key for Matt Beard's side, and I think it's definitely something that can help Liverpool move up and away from that relegation fight. Obviously they're not totally out of it, sitting in 9th place, but bringing Gemma Bonner back adds that more stability to the side. And then my final player that I think is going to have a massive impact and is a fantastic signing is of course Beth England, changing from Chelsea to Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs really need the goals this season. I mean, they've scored 12 goals so far across their 10 games, with the majority of it being in that victory against Brighton and Hove Albion. They just haven't got the players scoring the goals at the minute. Obviously, the past summer they brought in Nikola Karsachuska and Celine Bizet, but they just haven't found their feet yet at the minute. So I think someone adding a quality of Beth England, we know she's capable of scoring loads of goals, can definitely help fire Spurs up the table, as well as Mana Iwabuchi, of course, also on loan from Arsenal. But I think Beth England has that capability of changing Rianne Skinner's side and moving them up the table from the 8th position that they are in the minute, and finding ways to score goals and get those much needed wins. So they are my 5 signings of this January transfer window. Let me know in the comments your top 5 signings of this past January transfer window. And like I said at the start, make sure you are following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest news and stories as and when it happens, and that you are subscribed to this channel with the post notification bell turned on so you never miss a video of ours. And until next time, we'll see you soon.